mis cariños, bienvenido a mi cocina. Hoy les traigo una receta de Cuba, se llama Natilla de Calabaza. Es un postre muy rico y muy fácil para hacer. Vamos a empezar.
So today we're going to be making a Cuban dessert called Natilla de Calabaza, which is pumpkin pudding. I'm using a quarter of a pumpkin, 1 can of condensed milk, 1 can of evaporated milk, 2 eggs. I'm using 1 stick, cinnamon stick, a pinch of nutmeg. I'm using 5 tablespoons of cornstarch. I'm also using a half cup of sugar, a pinch of salt, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Para los ingredientes necesitamos son calabaza, usando un cuarto pedazo, 2 huevos, una lata de leche evaporada y leche condensada, media taza de azúcar, una ramita de canela y pizquita de nuez moscada, 5 cucharadas de maicena, una pizquita de sal y una cucharadita de vainilla. I cut my pumpkin into pieces, large pieces, and you want to boil them until they become soft. La vamos a cortar la calabaza y la ponemos a ablandar. Tiene la opción de hornear la calabaza en el horno si lo desea. So now I'm going to drain it and I'm going to peel the calabaza. It's much easier to peel it when the calabaza is cooked. Ahora le voy a pelar la calabaza. Es mucho más fácil para pelar la calabaza cuando es cocida. So now I'm going to crack both my eggs and I'm going to start adding everything to my blender. Ahora le voy a poner los huevos y todos los ingredientes en mi licuadora. Now, if you don't want to add all your ingredients into the blender, you don't have to. You can just mix everything into a bowl. Si no desea poner sus ingredientes en la licuadora, no es necesario, ¿ok? Me gusta hacerlo porque es más fácil y menos limpio para mí. I'm adding in my condensed milk, and there's a lot of recipes out there for this dessert. But whichever way you find comfortable or more fitting for you, do it. I've made this recipe several ways, and I like this way right here better because it comes more out like a thicker consistency. It's not so soft like a pudding, but you'll see what it looks like at the end. Hay muchas recetas para este postre, pero me gusta más esta forma porque es más duro y menos como un pudding, pero lo verás al final. So now what I'm going to do is strain the milk through a strainer, and so I can get the consistency much more smoother. Le voy a pasar la leche por un colador para que tenga una mezcla más suave. So you want to put your milk mixture on a low flame, and you don't want to have it high because it'll burn, and you want to constantly stir this so that it doesn't stick to the bottom. Cocina la mezcla a fuego lento, no alto, para que no se queme, no se pegue. No puede dejar remover la mezcla, removerla constantemente. At this point, you don't want to walk away from the stove at all because it will burn really fast because of the milk, the sugar, and the cornstarch. Once it thickens, you want to remove your cinnamon stick because you don't need it anymore. And you want to add in your vanilla and stir, and the mixture is ready. Now, you're going to set this aside and you're going to start preparing your caramel. And you're also going to make something else at the end. That's the reason why I saved the egg whites. Una vez que esté espesa, saca la ramita de canela y agrega la vainilla. Y quiere empezar la preparación para hacer el caramelo. Guarde las claras de huevo para algo que haré al final. So to make the caramel, I'm using half a cup of sugar and I'm using 3 tablespoons of water. And you want to make sure to have your flame on a medium-low flame so that it doesn't burn the sugar. Ahora voy a hacer el caramelo y use media taza de azúcar y 3 cucharadas de agua. Y a este punto no se vaya de la estufa porque el caramelo se queme. Once your caramel sauce has reached a golden brown color, you want to remove it from the stove so it doesn't continue to cook and burn. Una vez que el caramelo se haya dorado, retire la olla de la estufa para que no se queme. You want to skip the step on making the caramel sauce. You can buy caramel sauce in the store. And you can just use that instead. It's much quicker. Si quiere comprar una botella de caramelo en la tienda, se puede porque es más fácil y es más rápido. So now I'm just adding a little bit of caramel sauce in each of the bowls. And then I'm going to prepare to pour my milk mixture into the bowls. Toma una cuchara de caramelo y ponga un poquito en cada bowl. Now we're going to add our calabaza mixture into each bowl. And we're going to refrigerate it for about 3 to 4 hours. Ahora le voy a poner la mezcla en cada bowl y voy a enfriar en la nevera durante 3 o 4 horas. So now I'm adding the egg whites into my bowl, and I'm gonna beat the egg whites until I form a nice thick meringue. Ahora le voy a poner las claras de huevo en este bowl para hacer el merengue. Next, I'm going to add a half a cup of sugar and 1 teaspoon of cream of tartar. And the cream of tartar is to stabilize the meringue so it doesn't fall down. But you can also use vinegar or lime to stabilize it, any kind of acid. Para estabilizar el merengue, agrega una cucharadita de crema de tartar o vinagre, una cucharadita de vinagre. So now you want to add your meringue to a piping bag, but you want your meringue to be stiff so that it doesn't fall apart when you are putting it on the tray. So that's what we're going to do next, is we're going to make merenguitos, which are meringue cookies. Ahora quiere poner tu merengue en una manga pastelera, pero quiere que el merengue esté rígido para que no se caiga cuando lo esté horneando. Now we're going to bake the merenguitos at 200 degrees for about 1 hour. Hornear los merenguitos a 200 grados durante 1 hora. So now at this point we're going to refrigerate our flan, and we're going to refrigerate it for 3 or 4 hours until it's ready. And the decoration is optional. You can do whatever you want to do with the decorations. I like to add more caramel to the top of it, and I like to just add the merenguitos on top, and that's just for decoration, but you don't have to put any of this on it, but I like to do it. Ahora voy a poner un poquito de caramelo encima y voy a enfriar durante 3 o 4 horas en la nevera. Now that the dessert is ready, I'm going to put a plate over it. I'm going to flip it like I do a regular flan, and I'll show you the consistency. Mi postre está listo ahora mismo y voy a poner un plato encima del postre y voy a voltearlo como un flan. So now I'm just going to take a little bit so you can see the texture of the dessert. Ahora mismo voy a tomar un poquito para que puedas ver la textura. Mira cómo queda. Riquísimo. This turned out perfect. And I hope you guys try this recipe. It's really delicious. Well, guys, that's all for now. It's time for me to go. I want to thank you for taking the time out to watch this video. If you haven't subscribed, please do so now. Follow me on Facebook at Lilith's Cuban Kitchen. Also on Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, and Reddit. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Bueno, mis amores, es hora para irme. Si te gusta este video, dale un like, suscríbete a mi canal y sígueme en Facebook, Instagram, TikTok y Pinterest. Gracias por verme. Muchas bendiciones. Hasta la próxima. Bye bye.